Join us tonight, little after party. Mr. Weigland on with it.
Repeat
Yeah,
now.
yeah, exactly.
Getting like a butt groove in.
Again, thank everybody for joining us. Few key, Steven. Give me your takeaways from last night.
Twitter in the last 24 hours. 2 back-to-back. That to Ernest, right? They went to back 3 repeat. That's my main takeaway is just the need to be able to be competitive.
Well, same with you, right? And we'll talk approach to the match, but for me, consistency, specifically at the games, the last particular time of back-to-back wins, the approach.
We can ride that mantra in everybody, but the team. I know the delayed flight going down to so short red match. Cruz played a full point at him like there. So that's going out committing to it. And
absolutely, I think that's a bit at Toronto, a little bit for people. They probably want Vanny back, but you could just tell those Toronto players, not the whole season for their coach, put New York City. We talk about it about when Lucho gets that second goal. They're just Instagram stories that they were sending from the ship style photos.
I think that's something we really couldn't see this team. I mean, even Ben Mine chatting on Instagram and on team. Bought in to disappear for a single damn minute. And again, one shake on Brad.
Adam, how excited were you when you took
too much about it at the time playing for each other, right? A whole lot of complaining. And again, just lid off of that, and they're starting to mirror their coach. Yop is players doing that. There's just hero ball being played, and I think that you just get that drug, right? You get it and not get a result, but I don't think
we're making progress. Lose 2-0. Didn't look bad at Nashville. They blew it. I'll be honest, man. We're better than everybody. We have more talent, swagger. Ramir made a hell of a save.
That's a great point, right?
But I wasn't fearful like
always. But we were just talking about the NYCFC DC United game. You felt that coming, and you're like, oh yeah. And last night during that game, I never was feeling like, oh yeah, we happened to put one in.
About what that win means on the table here. Anything that was not so great. I mean, just
Adam Path, and he had a few fouls early, and he ultimately got carded for it. But he had a professional foul where Toronto was on the break, and they hadn't really built any momentum, but they had numbers and way. He took any chance of momentum, but he's embraced it. His just ability to be in the right place sounds goofy, but you see that these past today of all places, 6, literally 6. He's played a few weeks, and it's not really just like going to walk a lot of the team's discipline. He changed the game or prevented the game. Not really bad. It's just finding his. I think Brenner has
Well, to second goal, if you go back and watch that air move, but for me, my man crush is Jeff. The last 30, think of there's nobody else that you can keep it organized for this team. He has back in there behind me because he's cleaning up 80% of that. Kubo's coming in and clean from back there. The more I wish
I see it next to him.
The youth with the vet, because of
their own and how many matches out. But if Viac plays without a junior, but I that's my role. Well, but it's in MLS has been our big 6.
Here's the last 5-1. In the last 3 games and this new
to wrap that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Get on the offensive side of the ball. Practice to continue this, we can move on. But again, credit to Tanga.
My guy, because 21. I
21.
Remember.
Yeah.
That through and Cruz got it right to. He moves like he's 60. Twice the player right now. If you look at the stat game, but that's fantastic.
Well, Vasquez too. I mean, it is right, and his presence believes right. He has that belief in himself. Young to just refreshing. His next step pretty highly.
His belief in God, his faith.
Yeah, I mean, you stay grounded. You have a progress to the next step. The
East, and everybody's crying about the third wooden spoon. Everybody, and 1 point per game. This matters, and tonight against Columbus. Every match right now matters.
Goal differential potentially. Like a whole, but clean sheets help correct the schedule's balance. Points you're losing, right? It's a game that's why it's so important because of all the crew that they right Chicago. And then Nashville, really, but they drew
too late now, right? It was late.
Yeah, the league has so much parity. That's why everyone you should get those results. Nashville at home, just because they're easy and they decline back,
right? Because they're like right now New England. But does it mean that we can play baseball field with injury all the time. So at full strength. So we needed to take advantage when we go to Houston and beat a crappy team today. They not. I mean,
right?
Well, and guess what? Table in the West,
Oh,
and New
weird.
England's down. We're 3 points from the playoff race right now. Yeah, we're not going to get ahead of us on 10 games. You have Montreal on 10 games. What did I just say? In a win, 3 points per game, get there. But but
No.
again,
The same thing I said earlier, like, and that's before we get into that, like, I guess it's what, the 7th of July, so you got a week essentially, teams, but Costa Rica just 2 starters and an 11 as the window opens.
I'm not sold that it has to go out and spend $10 or $15 million. Find guys that can, somebody that can, because he'll probably pick up a knock 100% of the time. Or Bresley right now, I think when they look at more than anything, which is why teams will, it's just that you need to bring in as a DP level, so be it. Evan, what do you think?
yeah, I would your turn creative mid before in our pods, and we position all the way up to us that Nagby played the 10. He looks phenomenal in the league right now too, right? And so in next to Kubo, if Cruz is an all-purpose midfielder like a Chichi, that I'm going to touch on Locati here in a few moments. Full at the end when it comes to our roster, couple moves in him, right? But there's been and so defense has improved too. Don't balls in the net, but we need a constant
up front, right? And I think you lose to believe into this. From
Nate,
boy is coming.
Yeah, right.
He's available.
It's
and a hard talks about my hat. I don't know if you can see it.
What they call it? Yeah, but
right.
It's Taka and ESR 10 midfielder. I still lit up. That'd be kind of cool. And Medunia card, but really you're talking Nykamp's wheel horse. Or we are, but you
because of the situation that you're in.
Adam, reality matters.
Team, right? This window, we've got some holes we made it adjusted.
They've gotten coaches. They can't quite well. I don't his name yet, but a lot of it is their training ground to get ready. Our slot would be great if one of the
when he's healthy.
When he's going to stay for a month.
Our last point of the night and call it a night, but I don't know, guys. Hot takes, and there's no every match.
Yeah,
and which is nonsense.
One of those
really you've signed. I don't know to compare it. The case we signed a 20-year-old. So it's like it's gonna take. I don't know who I was talking to. Window, but once he gets comfy and again, it's virtually impossible in an argument. It's the way the team's buying into Stom, and so I'll let you guys chime in on that a little bit.
About to move to Dallas in a month or might down there for their craft, whether they've been around a little bit too.
Yeah, there's, you have to, and you probably, we were somewhere, the lot of things that go into, right? I mean, you have to look at Wallow, I think. So he's on the outside, but team that serves the ball very well, right? Crosses. We don't have a lot of anybody else too. Then to, relying on, again, it's hard to ask. He goes back.
Yeah. He was in the box, did a nice more bandwidth. And
because of the way that we have a plan, it's his confidence that people have. And so right off the ball, all the soccer, like who he's the one. It'll come.
But we can.
I heard
is it a sheep out?
Is that true?
The last thing we started playing, he said his I'll let.
Yeah, the one word I'll use for Locadia, you kind of made us for this team for all this has been top overseas. I mean, maybe didn't see the productivity. He pressed when nobody else.
Adam.
Crush. I mean, he was line up, and she had to go away for that, whether it's injury, the way he carried himself, the way a tremendous mentor. But nothing. He knows that the fan. You see all the right way, and it just didn't work out. Is it true?
I've got a story. But anyway, much too. She's the approach and doing that, but like the dude, 5 was taking it one.
It's more
the jokes.
But I mean, look out of jersey this next time. Like I will root for that guy if he committed to it when leaving, which is ironic. There's a dude like that making the money he did, like the 7th on that, especially when they're not performing on the.
She was low maintenance. Yeah, high maintenance, right?
Was just a bang with his performance to score.
He wanted that.
Right. Like I said, I will always root for you.
And I'll be on credit because you never
let it takes, man. Like, yeah, just it's love with him. He'd be a bargain, but I wouldn't be surprised to make more money in Saudi Arabia. I think maybe he gets one more paycheck, but yeah, or you can bring him with you. Yeah.
His kids are in Malaga. So.
Oh, no, I think somebody's gonna. He didn't, right? No team's gonna on that. Get him in. So I'll leave it at that. You guys got anything else you want to say?
9 games, 30.
I think it comes down to that last match on the table where well down to, and that's ultimately was a one step further, Stephen. I'm gonna say we trend the way they are. You have a summer window.
Don't we have Nashville, Miami?
One of them. We have Atlanta twice. I think. We've got
it's true.
Okay on that, but we play and there's 4 in a row where this team's not traveling, and with miles away from Toronto when you're in Atlanta
to come back to the games.
I almost bit through it.
I think a big deal, and I think if
I
like our chances again.
Guys, Kakuna's fouled. He was on the left side of the box, and he got fouled slash.
This night, we'll take. Yeah, pros. There you go. My shot will continue to be to all the sheep out there. We love you. Keep on the trail. Don't fall over each other. Just welcome new sheep into the fold. We'll leave the 99 looking for the 1. It's all about the sheep.
Yep,
it's true, man. That's why we do this. It's why when I first talked to Kevin Noonan a year and a half ago, and ultimately got nowhere with it, but I told him first, man, we're fans first, and that's the whole preface of this. That's the whole point of this, is to kind of create that. So
you did see him, you did see him kind of mooch off of my tweet last night, right?
Yeah,
he got a lot of likes after that, didn't he?
I have no ill will toward Kevin.
I don't either. I like Kevin.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, just wish he would have
I'm
responded.
glad he's happy with his new gig. That's
and I'm glad Stom reached out to him. That says a lot about Stom. Yeah. So,
amen.
All right, guys, we'll prost, and we'll talk to you here in a couple of days.
Prost, gentlemen.
Prost.